growing up in America. Today I'm going to burn a paper with the sun. So first let's start with a joke. Why did the sun go to school? Because it wanted to get brighter. So the sun is in our solar system. So first let me talk a little bit about the solar system first. The solar system consists of the sun, Earth, other planets, dwarf planets, moons, and comets. And all the planets orbit the sun. So, do you know how big is the sun? So, the Earth is also very big. So, like one time I remember that we went to Australia and it took us a long time. Even on the airplane, airplanes are pretty fast, but it still took us a long time. But imagine that sun is 1 million Earths. So the sun is very big. And how hot do you think the sun is? The sun is actually very hot. It is 5,600 degrees Celsius on the outside, but it is even hotter on the inside. So it's 5 million degrees hot in the inside Celsius. It's actually very hot. So can you guess how far away is the sun? So the sun is 150 million kilometers away, and Earth is the lucky planet because if we were a little closer, we'd be very hot, and if we are a little farther away, we'd be very cold. So now let's start the experiment. You will need some newspaper. You can use any paper, and black paper works the best, a magnifying glass, and sunlight, of course. Okay, so as you can see, I've started the experiment with my newspaper and magnifying glass, and it's burning a little bit. You can see the smoke, and I really want to start a fire. I don't know if I can, and I'm moving the lens to get a very small circle, and I'll explain later why you want a very small circle, and I'll also explain why there's a dark circle around it, because all the sunlight is going through it. So why is there a shadow? And ooh, you can see that smoking. Do you think there'll be a fire? Oh, I kind of lost my chance, but that did some damage, you can see. There's a hole now, and there's also ash. Oh, can I? Oh, that was a close chance, guys. The circle got really small. Oh, another good chance. Will it start? And oh, there's a lot of smoke. This can be a good chance. Okay, guys, so as you can see, I'm making a lot of progress. You can see that big hole, and I'm really thirsty in the sun. It's a very hot day and I'm getting really thirsty, but I don't want to leave because I'm getting a lot of progress, and I cannot wait to see what happens after a few minutes. Because I'm really curious to see. And I want to see if it burns to ash, or I want to really know what happens to the newspaper. Oops! The clouds came over the sun. I was really close, but unfortunately the clouds came. But I hope the sun will come back because I really want to continue this experiment. Wow, guys, look at all that smoke. I'm making a lot of progress in this experiment. Wow, I'm really burning that paper. So I'm getting a lot of smoke there. And you can see all that ash, that black ash. And hopefully you can also see that paper. That's a very big hole in the newspaper. I'm really curious, and this is my chance to see what really happens to the newspaper. Wow, guys! Look at that newspaper! That's a big fire! So we finally got the fire up! Wow! How was the experiment, guys? I burned the whole paper. So now let me show you how that happened. So imagine this is my sun. Here's my sun. And now here's my paper. And all the rays are just hitting the paper normally. Nothing is happening. They're just all scattered, so nothing is happening. But if I add a magnifying glass, here are my rays. If I add this magnifying glass, here's my paper, they all get focused to one tiny point. So this passes through the magnifying glass, goes to that point, and the same thing happens to those other rays. So they all get focused to one point, and the smaller the point is, the hotter it gets. And if you're lucky, like me, you can even start a fire. So I hope you like my experiment, guys. And if you choose to do this at home, do it with adult supervision, because you can get a little panicked. You heard my sister in the background. She got a little scared of the fire. And choose a nice sunny day, because it was a cloudy sunny mixed day in my experiment, because when the clouds came over the sun, it would stop working. And last of all, keep something nearby like a fire extinguisher or water. And luckily we had some water nearby to put out the fire. And happy experimenting!